Welcome back on my YouTube channel, Monday to Monday. This week we absolutely don't know what we're going to do. We thought it is a good idea to start the episode with answering some questions that you asked me in the comments. Some of them I read and didn't react on because of time, but we can give answer to a few of them. So, first question: where do I buy my working gloves? They are super good and really comfy, so that's right, and I buy them over at Groot Techniek, and that's a store in a little town called Winkel. It's in the north of Holland, and that's the store where I buy my gloves. Second question is a good one. You saw me welding with a Fever converter welding machine, and I'm using with flux core. So the question was, what are my thoughts of a Fever welding machine? Well, for the money, it's a good machine. Is it the best machine you can buy? Absolutely not. But honestly, I paid like 250 euros or something for this little machine. For that money, you got a perfect machine. For small jobs around the house, I don't know what you want to do with it. But if you got really heavy welding stuff, I don't know. But for what we're doing, it's a good machine. Then the question was, what do I think of flux core welding? Sort of the same story. It's doable. It's really handy for the things I'm doing because I don't have to bring my welding gas and all the stuff I need to weld with a MIG gun. Flux core is easy. It works fast, but it's not a clean weld. So that's flux core. Third question, and it's a good one. The question was, what is my plan with the trawler? Well, first we want to build some living space in the trawler. What is now the cargo hold is going to be living space. And the reason I wanted to have a boat like a trawler, first of all, I like this type of boats. Second, I wanted to have a big boat because we are working with children, and this will be an adventure ship, making memories, making adventures, do cool stuff, give those kids a good time. Fourth question. The question was, what type of water are we in? Is it freshwater or saltwater? Most of the time we are in freshwater. So all the Dutch waterways are freshwater, except for the waterways who are really near the locks that are connecting the freshwater with seawater. That can be a little bit a crossover spot in the waterways. So mostly freshwater. Question number 5. Where do we find our boats? Well, that's an interesting question. It's a combination of things. Sometimes marketplace or Facebook. The last boat, the sunken boat, was an advertisement on Facebook. Whoever can raise the boat can keep it. So that's what we did. We took it off the bottom, get all the water out, and brought it to the trawler. But more interesting, we're just visiting harbors. So if you want a cheap boat, a project boat, it's always a project boat, go to a harbor. Get in your car, drive around, look in the waterways, use your eyes and take some time. Because if a boat is in a waterway or in a harbor, in a corner, completely green, neglected, 9 out of 10 times it's for sale or you can get it for free. So that's what we're going to do right now. I see a few cool boats who are real good maintained, so not for us.
Hey.
Dit is ook schattig dingetje.
Ja. Jam.
Sloepie. Een leuke plek ook voor dit. Cool boot. So we're looking at old boats who are neglected and people don't come for these boats anymore. So we saw two gems and maybe it's something for us. We're going to talk about it with the owner of the yard, and we met a cool guy. He is restoring a wooden boat. His father built this boat and he gave us permission to film what he's doing, and this is cool. If some of you watching Jolly Ho and Sailor Barry, this is a guy just like them, super cool. So we're going over to his boat and there are a lot of boats here, cool. A lot of cool boats here. The owner is a super cool guy. We asked for some prices to get Mark's boat out of the water here. Speaking is a little bit difficult because it's so cold. Anyway, prices are decent, more than reasonable. This was a fun day. What do you think, Mark? Fun?
Yeah.
Fun or no fun?
Much fun. Yeah.
It's the next day. You got the answer to a few of the questions. We are searching the comments for more questions. So if we find some, and we probably will, we will discuss them with you guys. And if you got new questions, feel free to ask. Alright, we're on Mark's boat. Floor is out. And we're going to tackle his electrical work, because that's a real mess. I think we're going to rip out 90% of what's in it and make everything new. First, let's take a look at the damage. Here's what we're dealing with. It's not a lot of wiring, but it's spaghetti. I don't know the English word for those things, but they don't belong in a boat. And they're everywhere. So there's some original stuff. So the brown wiring is strong and tight, and that's original. But all this spaghetti, I'm going to cut all the tie ribs and trace all the wires and see what they did, because this looks like nothing. Garbage. A lot of garbage in this boat. But it's getting better. It's getting better. It's almost the end of the day. It's wiring. So what can you show about wiring? I don't want to bother you with me stripping wire, soldering stuff together, it's not interesting, okay? So we got everything working. The dash lights are working, the meters in the dash are working, the dome lights are working, the water pump is almost working. Now we're going to install a radio. I hope that is working in about an hour. So yeah, some progress, and you didn't saw it because it's so super boring. Even to do it, everybody knows wiring is terrible to do. But we did it and it works. I still need to tidy this up. But it works, and the reason it looks like this is because we had to figure out a lot of stuff where all the wires go through. They connected the ground with the positive, so that's always good. So now everything works and I have to tidy this up. But first we're going to install the radio. That's going over here. We got the radio sort of working. We got our wire with the alligator clips back. So if Mark needs some music, he can clip on the alligator clips and then he got a radio. The plan is to obviously do this the right way, but we don't have enough wire, good wire, to bring power from the batteries to the thingamajiggy where all the electra is. Because for the radio and some other stuff, some navigation stuff, we're going to make a new fuse box for radio, navigation stuff, name it. So I'm tired, as you can hear. I'm going to pack my stuff, go home, because I didn't eat for the whole day. It's now Sunday. I'm in the workshop. It's still a mess, but as you can see, we built this wall over here. This was an old screen that I had. This is the other side of the workshop. So what Mark and I did is build this wall, build an extra workbench. I want to extend the workbench over here, but I'm thinking I leave it like this. There's going to be a compressor over here with an air tank over here. We connected 380 volts over here for my welding machine. This is for the compressor that's going to be over there. And an extra one for the plasma cutter. So I got my welding over here. This thing needs to be fixed up. I think I'm going to put it on the boat. A lot of progress here. And I didn't record this because I was thinking, well, you are watching the channel for the boats, but maybe you want to see the progress in the workshop. So if you do so, let me know in the comments, then I will start recording over here because I got a lot to do. Anyhoos in house, I got my tools over there and I'm going to the boat because the sun is shining. They forecasted a lot of rain and this morning blue skies. Let's go to the boat. I'm on the boat and the sun is shining. Little bit of wind, not bad, but I don't have the motivation in me. I'm walking around. I took all the water out of the boat, out of Dumpy, out of the sunken boat, out of the boat of Jason, because it has been raining a lot, so there was water in those boats. That's out. Now I'm thinking, what shall I do? There's too much wind on the back of the boat to weld underneath the metal plate that we put in a week ago. So that's no option. So what I can do is do some painting inside the boat because it's better than I thought. So I can remove some rust and do some primer. I can do the same with Dumpy on the outside, remove some rust and give her some primer. But I don't know. I'm slow today. It's Sunday. So first I'm going to enjoy a little bit of the sun. And I'm going to think about if I'm going to work on Dumpy or I'm going to work on the wheelhouse. I'm going to work on the trawler. So, starting over there, remove all the rust and then give it a coat of primer. And I'm going to do it slow and as inefficient as possible because. It's a few hours later. I'm still on the boat. I couldn't help myself. I did the roof of Dumpy. So that's in primer and I expected worse. It was quite easy to get her in the paint. So we started over there as well. Good, good, happy. It's the next day. Oh, sorry, wait. All right. It's the next day. This night we had a storm. So, Mark and I went to check on our boats. I don't know why, because everything is fine, of course. I'm going to take a look at the roof of Dumpy because yesterday I painted it and now it had a lot of rain. So, I don't care. Then we're going to leave this place because it's cold, it's windy, still windy, and we can do nothing. Let's check Dumpy. She looks fine. Great. No rust anymore. Ga weg met die camera!
You better keep walking.
I am back in the workshop. I'm going to try to make some more progress here. If you want to see this, once again, let me know in the comment, then I will start recording here because there's a lot to do. Thanks for watching. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you next week. Later.